Hey, what's going on? Luke here, and it's time to do another video where I go over some of the home jerseys for the 2021 NRL season. Now, if you haven't seen the first video that I did on it, go back and have a look. It went down very well with you guys. To be honest, I was actually surprised with some of the reaction to some of the jerseys. For me, there was like Canberra. I wasn't a big fan of that, but there were a few people who actually liked it. Even some of my mates in person, I remember seeing it at Rebel Sport and went, wow, that looks shit. And he went, oh, I really like it. So it just shows you the difference of opinions. Some people like some things, some people hate it. We're going to see what I like and what I dislike with some of these jerseys going forward. So we've got another 3 episodes of this one. We've got this one, another 2 after that, because we're going to be doing 4 teams at a time. This time we're going to be doing Penrith, the Sharks, Manly and Knights. Now, just before we get fully into the video, I just want to ask if you could go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It is very important that you do subscribe. Also, like the video. We're getting closer to the NRL season, so it is sort of important that you do like and subscribe and that sort of stuff in terms of growing the channel. Lets more people see the video, so I would suggest you go ahead and do that. It'd be very much greatly appreciated. Alrighty, time to take a look at our first jersey. On the screen, you'll see the Penrith Panthers jersey. You can see it's not really different to what they already wore. I think it might even be the exact same jersey, to be honest with you. Just at a quick glance, there's nothing I can really notice that's too different. I'm pretty sure they still had those the red, yellow, and green little stripes. Maybe they were a bit bigger before, but just at a first glance, it does look very similar. However, I do really like the jersey. I do actually rate the Heritage jersey as well. It's pretty much the same, but just some black and white hoops at the bottom, the stripes, the hoops, the stripes, if you're unaware. But I think that was the only difference. But I mean, it's a nice clean jersey. The colours are just bright enough. So I think the little lines that they've got there, the red, yellow, and green, I think they do stand out well with the black jersey. I think it does look really nice. Adding the Oak Plus even goes. A lot of the time the jersey is actually alright, but it's the sponsors on there. They just chuck some random sponsor on the front, whether it goes with the jersey or not. A perfect example was the Bulldogs a couple of years back. You had a blue jersey with a big red logo on the front, just stamped across the middle. Now I know they had ones in the past like Mitsubishi Electric and stuff. They blended in well. This one didn't. Some of them just don't work well. And we saw, I think they ended up with the Broncos and they sort of change up the colours and that. So it's like they can do it, just a matter of whether they want to do it. But yeah, the Penrith one, I think it does look really, really nice, really clean. I do rate it. I rate it about an 8 or 9 out of 10. Probably 9 out of 10. Now moving on to the Cronulla Sharks jersey. Once again, I feel like a lot of these jerseys, there's not too much variance in what they wore last year. I feel like that happens quite a bit with home jerseys. I mean, we've seen with soccer jersey. I think I might have even talked about it in the first video. But your home jersey is your home jersey. It's going to be sort of your traditional sort of one. And we see teams like the Dragons and stuff, they have the same one every year. You might get a little bit of difference, but for the most part, it's going to be the same. And I would say for a good while, this has been the Sharks' sort of traditional jersey for as long as I can remember, maybe about 2006 or so. I know they had like a bit of a different shade of blue before that, but in terms of this being like the blue, the white, and then the blue again with the black stripes, that's pretty much it. You just change out some sponsors and that. In terms of sponsors, the Sharks had Cronulla or whatever it is it says on there. I think it does look good. They got the same sponsor on the sleeves. Once again, it's just another clean jersey. I actually do like this one. Yeah, I can't really complain about this one apart from it being kind of boring, I guess, because it's just the same one every single year. Maybe just switch it up a little bit. I've seen teams like Broncos and stuff have very similar jerseys, but they kind of switch it up a little bit every now and again. But yeah, the Sharks one, it's still a clean one, but it's still very basic and kind of boring. So I'd say it's not a bad jersey, but I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles jersey, and just like the other two, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one. I've picked a bad bunch of jerseys here, I think. I've got them all the same as they were last year. I'm pretty sure I've got the 2021 jerseys. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I'm pretty certain these are the 2021 jerseys. But just looking at them, the same sponsors, even the sort of arm sponsors and that look the exact same. Maybe the little chest sort of V part is a little bit different. I don't think so, but it could be. But in terms of the rest of the style of jersey, look, once again, it's another clean jersey. It's another traditional Manly jersey. But I mean, Manly have been one of the ones to have switched it up a little bit in terms of home jerseys. But I think there's also some sort of rule in the NRL where the home jerseys have to, I don't know if they have to be the same jersey 2 years in a row or something like that. Maybe it's a manufacturer thing. But yeah, I'm actually... One thing I do miss about NRL jerseys these days is they don't have like Nike used to make, so you had the big Nike logo or Adidas, Asics, all that sort of one. I mean, the Asics one's on there, but a lot of these, say like Manly and all that, they've got like another sponsor on there, which is I think the same one as their sleeve one. And I think the Sharks might have had the same one, possibly even Penrith. I think Penrith actually had a jersey sponsor, but a manufacturer sponsor, I should say. But yeah, the Manly one, look, it's decent. I feel like the little NRL logo doesn't really look that great in terms of it with the white. I feel like the Sharks one blended in well. I feel like the Penrith one blended in well, but the Manly one kind of stands out. Even their logo looks a little bit strange on there. So for that reason, I'm just going to mark it down a little bit, but I'm kind of just nitpicking here. But I mean, they're all the exact same. I've got to nitpick, don't I? Not to, otherwise I'll just be talking about nothing. So for this one, I think I'm going to give it about a 6 out of 10. Nothing really too much wrong with it, but just like I said with the Sharks, a bit boring, a bit plain, same as last year, and sort of the actual logos look a little bit strange. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Moving on to the final jersey, it is the Newcastle Knights. Now, I actually really rate this jersey. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's the same one as last year. I really like the shade of blue that they use, as well as the red. It just contrasts so well, looks so nice. A lot of times the Knights jerseys are quite good. I mean, they've got two pretty solid colours. You got blue and you got red. You can't really go too far wrong with it. But we have seen them use predominantly blue jerseys, predominantly red. Usually the red for like an away jersey, but we've seen sort of their old school one where it had the red up here and the blue down the bottom. But with this one, I actually do rate it. They've got a couple of stripes there. The NIB, been with them for a long time. I don't know if they've always been the front of the jersey, but you know, they're there at the moment. I actually do like how their actual club jersey logo looks. Not club jersey, but the actual club logo. The new logo that they have, or the logo that they debuted last year, it's pretty much just the logo's just been flipped essentially, but I actually do think it looks nice, a little white outline. I really do rate it. It looks nice and clean. Same with the actual Telstra Premiership logo. I think it looks good compared to the Manly one where they've just stuck it in the middle. I think this one actually blends in quite well and doesn't sort of look too distracting. So I do rate that one. A little west in the middle. I really don't know what that is. But it's another one where I do miss the actual logo of the company being there. The ones who make the jersey. But I think O'Neill's, I think they did Penrith too. I think they're the ones that are on the shoulders here. You can see O'Neill's on there. I think they might be the manufacturers. And I think they're manufacturing quite a lot of NRL teams at the moment. But the Knights one, like I said, it's nice and clean. It is the same as last year, but it's one of those ones where it's just not the same one from like 5 years ago. So for that reason, I'm going to rank it a little bit higher than probably the Sharks and Manly, because it does look quite decent. And yeah, it's not the same one year in, year out. They do switch it up nice quite a bit, and they do it quite well. So for this one, I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was quite good. I mean, overall, all these jerseys weren't that bad. It was just some of them were kind of similar to last year. Well, the exact same jerseys to last year. In fact, all of them, I think, were. But some of them, they don't mix it up at all. Sharks, actually, Manly do a little bit. But the Sharks, like, using the same jersey for 10 years now. Go back before the drug scandals and stuff, and they're still using the same jersey. So you think they'd swap it up every now and again, but they don't. But yeah, the Knights, they are one team who definitely switches it up a bit. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like these jerseys? Do you rate them? Do you not like them? Like I said from the previous video, some of them I thought were just downright terrible. And then in the comments, and even people I saw in real life were like, no, I actually do like this jersey. I do like it. I might prefer this one, might prefer that one, but I don't actually mind it. So yeah, there is going to be a difference of opinions, and I think it's great, and I think we should have a conversation in the comments section below. Just go ahead and do that. Even if you want to do it on social media as well, it's on the screen right now. It's MrLuke on YT for the most part, Snapchat included. My Facebook's just MrLuke. I'm going to be trying to post a lot more on there, especially with the season coming along, so we can have some more discussions, some more chats. If you want to DM me, do all that sort of stuff, go ahead and do it. But also make sure you like and subscribe to this video as well. It's very important that you do support it. I talked about it briefly earlier. Just with the NRL season coming up, it is essential that you do like and subscribe so other people can see it. Even if you're someone who watches these videos all the time, make sure you leave a like. It is very important, especially if you're enjoying the content. Go ahead and do that, and it'd be very much appreciated from me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. These jerseys, not really a lot to talk about, especially considering the last one, we've had Canberra having such a different jersey. So going into this one where they're all kind of similar, there's not really too much to talk about apart from go, yep, that's the same as last year. Yep, don't like it. Yeah, I do like it. So I think this one's a nice little short one. So yeah, hopefully you did enjoy it, and you'll see me for my next video. See yous.